Hey everybody, it's your girl Fair Sue. I am here to make a video about removing this protective style. I got it put in on September 8th and today is October 3rd. As y'all know, I have seborrheic dermatitis and sometimes my scalp gets the best of me and that kind of cut this hairstyle short for me. But what I'll do is I'll just kind of like walk through how I took care of these boho locks while I had them and some of the things that I used to help me manage my seborrheic dermatitis while they were in. Okay, so what happened is this past weekend I went to an event and I don't know what I ate or drank, but whatever it was, it sent me into a flare-up. And it happened right along here. It was red, it was itchy, it was weeping, it got hard and crusty, and I had no choice. So what I did was I went immediately in with some Head and Shoulders. This itchy scalp care is what I used. And after that, I let it air dry because I didn't want to put any heat. I didn't want to put any products, nothing on it. So then the following morning, when I was in the shower, I rinsed it again with cool water just so that it wouldn't like keep weeping and oozing and being gross. And it, helped it to heal up by just kind of leaving it alone to air out. So then the next thing I did was when I got home, hydrocortisone cream. This hydrocortisone cream is super duper good at, taking out the inflammation, helping the skin to heal and, recreate the layers that it needs to keep my scalp healthy. Okay, so next up, to keep my scalp hydrated, I really relied heavily upon this Aveda product called Invati Advanced. Now, this right here was so instrumental in me keeping my scalp hydrated because that's the thing about oils. Now, oils seal. This was a moisturizer. This was to seal in the moisture. So I would spray my scalp down with this first, and then I would seal in that moisture after I massaged it in with Donna's Recipe Strength Oil. They have different functions. They're both vital in the natural hair care routine, but let's just be clear. Oils seal and moisturizers moisturize. So I loved this. And because of the goals that I wanted, I added some drops. And because of the goals that I was trying to achieve, I would add some drops of clove oil to this Invati. So what would happen is I would unscrew the cap. I'd add 5 drops of this clove essential oil to this 1 ounce of scalp revitalizer. I was like, what do I call this? I don't want to call it a leave-in. It is a scalp revitalizer. So to 1 ounce of this, I would add 5 drops because essential oils are very concentrated and you do not want to use these undiluted. So 1 ounce of Invati and I spiked it with 5 drops of this clove essential oil. And then that was about it. I kept it super duper simple. I never like to overcomplicate my routine. I like to use as few things as possible because if I do have a flare-up or a reaction, I'd like to be able to pinpoint it was this, it was this, it was this, it was that. So by keeping it very simple, I was able to maintain this protective style. I believe it was so well. I mean, I'm so impressed with this install. I liked it because I got an individual perimeter. So this hair is a box braid with my hair crocheted into the extension. That was my first time having done it like this, but I will always do it like this because with this seborrheic dermatitis, I don't think that I would have been able to maintain this style as long as I did without having the individual front. Because the back of my hair, completely fine. No incidents this entire 3.5 weeks. I'm so excited. This is a win. I'm a little bit disappointed about my flare-up over the weekend, but hey, it happens. And if I made it to week 3.5, and that's the worst that happened during this install, I'm all the way okay with that. So my plan for this video was to talk through, the products that I used, when I was maintaining my hair this entire time. And if you follow me on Instagram, I posted like little 30 seconds to 1 minute videos of my procedures like on a day-to-day basis. But for this video, I just wanted to talk, through products and routine and regimen and just, slow it down a bit. Not try to get that 15, 30 second, minute long reel, but really just give you some in-depth information. So I will recap for my people that just get to the point, lady. So Head and Shoulders, itchy scalp care, hydrocortisone cream, Avita Invati spiked with clove essential oil, Donna's Recipe strength oil. Straightforward, to the point, gotta love it. Okay, so this process, I don't know how fast or how slow it's going to be, but I will be relying upon these small scissors because taking scissors this size to my head, that ain't gonna happen. So I've got these tiny little scissors that will help me be more precise and feel more comfortable to make a snip. So without further ado, oh wait, let me grab a bag so I can collect the extensions, because if they are going to be reusable, you guys have seen my video where I machine wash my extensions in a garment bag on a delicate cycle, cool water. Yeah, I know I'll be trying all the experiments, but yes, so extensions in a bag, and what can't be put in a bag will be put in the trash. All right. Okay, find the end of the braid pattern, and that's all I do. I just start unraveling the braid and let the extensions slide off. So my hair is very moisturized and very hydrated. It is sealed with oil. So, but if I felt like it wasn't, then I would add extra oil to my fingers, but my hair is not dry at all. So I'm gonna speed this up and get to unraveling this, and I'll stop and pause and explain more if the need arises. So guys, this process took me about an hour because I was so deliberate, I was so careful, and I didn't want to put any stress or strain on my natural hair. The goal of this is to do the protective style and preserve and maintain the length that has grown. So as I am gently unraveling it, taking my time, gently pulling the extension from the braid, I'm not trying to cut or damage my natural hair in any way. So this to me is the most effective, most efficient, most careful way to remove the extensions. Okay, so I have the first braid unraveled. Yay! This is exciting. And it was just so easy. I'm just taking my time, being very deliberate, because I do not want to damage my own hair at all, in any way. I'm in a space where I'm not in a rush, I'm not in a hurry, I don't have any time constraints. I'm in a good space mentally, because I never want to take my hair down when I'm not okay, because my hair would be getting all this aggression, and for what? It's innocent. My hair has nothing to do. Just gently unraveling, taking my time to just unravel this pattern. And then, as you can see, as I go slowly through this process, this is the next crochet to come off. And then when I get it all the way unraveled from the braid pattern, it should slide right out. Right, I think I have a little bit more. And what's crazy is that I'm doing this mostly on feel. Like, I can't really see this at all. Okay, and here's when I realized that, Houston, I have a problem. I am still trying to unravel this braid, but for whatever reason, I can't seem to get the extension to slide off. Maybe I have hit a dead end. need to figure out what this is. I warned you at the beginning that this was going to be a longer video on the longer side because this is how deliberate I am. This is how careful I am about my hair because it means a lot to me. And I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to do more than my hair will allow me to do gently. Figure out where this braid is fed in from. Okay. So it seems like this section right here is its own thing. So this is me being Inspector Gadget. I am being so careful. I'm being so deliberate. I'm really just trying to isolate where is my hair held up at. What is the piece of hair that is keeping me from unraveling this? It's very simple. You put a braid in, you crochet the hairs on. What I will say about these extensions is that they were hard to pull through the little loop. So what happened here is that the extension did not go all the way through the loop, and so it was actually caught in a tangle, in a knot. And so the only solution for this one, I believe, was to pull out some scissors and cut it. So yeah, I was very, very careful. I very deliberately separated out and isolated the loop where the hair was tangled beyond untangling and it was going to require the scissors. So what I did was, as you can see, I'm separating my hair from the extension and pulling my hair as far away from the extension as possible because I don't want to accidentally cut my own hair. So what I did was I took the scissors, snipped that loop, and then was able to unravel it. And then boom, it's like the floodgates opened and my hair was so easy to detangle from that point forward. So yeah, I tried to turn around and show as much of the process as I could without relying on the mirror or, the camera itself because, it's pretty tiring, but if you just take your time, move in small sections, just unravel the braids, slide the extensions off. Okay, so halfway done with this process, the back is completely removed. And now I get to try to undo the top section. Now, this is something I've never had before. I've never had the individual perimeter. So I don't really know how this is going to go. My hair is crocheted into the length of this extension. But I have to be able to find where my hair is. Okay. And just pull it out. Woohoo! This is my hair. And then I am not 100% sure how to I think I'm overthinking it. I think I will just unbraid the braid and then it will have to slide out. I think what I'm loving the most about this is how hydrated and moisturized my hair is. Like, it doesn't feel dry or brittle at all, but I'm still being just as careful as if it was dry and brittle because I don't want to take anything for granted that maybe I could damage my hair in any way during this process because we're not doing that. Invested in the hair, the installation, like at the end of all that, I do not want any issues with my own natural hair. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just taking the pointer end of my rat tail comb and gently, slowly, patiently unraveling this braid. when you're working with braids this small, the very worst thing you can do is be in a hurry. If you try to hurry this, you will make knots, you will make tangles, you will undo any good benefits of having the protective style. So take your time, be patient. If there's one thing you need to learn from this video, is that patience is required. You do not want to make knots and tangles. Your hair has been in this protective style, tucked away safely. Don't be the reason you destroy it. Okay? Okay. Yay. I love it when something happens the way you expected it to. But you know what I'm still not going to do? Comb this section. As you can see, this is the product buildup for the past 3 weeks. But you can see my scalp looking amazing. It's just old product that's been under the extensions and lint and dust and everything like that. But yeah, yay. So I'm just gonna keep moving along and finish releasing my hair. Okay, so the time has come. I am on the very last one. So, yay, we made it to the last one. I'm just gonna do the same steps. Unravel the braid. It was so funny when the stylist was installing them. She was like, wait, hold up. We gotta make sure you didn't outgrow the extension. I'm like, these are good problems. Great problems. So I got 99 problems, and growing my hair isn't one. Okay. I'm being very gentle, just barely applying, barely applying any pressure to sliding this extension down the length of my hair. I'm trying not to cut it because I'm super scared of accidentally chopping my own hair. So I'm just trying to yay. But this was what she was talking about, like, my hair is this long. I'll put it on top so it's easier to see. So I see that. Like, when we pulled my hair through the extension, we only had this much left. So I'm glad they had extra room in these extensions. I miss my blonde hair. It was fun while it lasted. Okay, so as we can see, there is this definite line of where the gel and edge control was used to guys, it's 15 inches. So I gained an inch of growth in 3.5 weeks. So that's exciting. I don't know about you, but I think you should head to the link in my bio. You know, maybe get your hands on some of this Donna's Recipe Strength Oil and these Donna's Recipe Biotin Gummies. Okay? Okay. Hey y'all. Okay, so all the extensions are removed. Yay! And now it's time to sort this out. I'm a little scared, but we're gonna take our time, not in a hurry. We're just gonna like do this and do it well because, you know, this happened. So what I haven't done is anything. I literally just removed the extensions. Why? Because my hair has so much shed hair. Like if you're supposed to shed 100 hairs per day and my hair was away for like 3.5 weeks, that's a lot of hair that's in here that needs to come out. But it will mat, it will tangle, it will cause a hot mess up in my hair. And I don't want that because I want to actually retain what I was able to grow. And I will only do that if I'm actually very careful with my hair. So I'm just going to respect the parts that exist. And I'm going to take this section right here. We'll just start right here in the front. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to saturate. Well, no, I'm not. First thing I'm going to do is take an inexpensive conditioner that I like. Going in with the Garnier Fructis Grow Strong. And I'm going to take a lot of it. And I mean a lot of this conditioner. And I'm going to warm it up in my hands. And I'm going to apply it from my roots to my ends. And I'm just going to bring it down because nobody's perfect. And what if some of this up here at the roots is still braided? What if there's tangles? If I sit there and I move fast and I don't saturate every single strand of my hair in conditioner, like you can already see the shedding starting to come out. But guess what? It's sliding. It's sliding right on out. And I'm not alarmed because, like I said, I'm expecting hundreds and hundreds of hairs to be shed. Okay, so very slowly, very carefully, very patiently. Then I take water, and now I'm going to add water to the section. And again, I'm still working it in because all that product has built up and then accumulated. I do not want to damage my ends. I do not want to damage my roots and my scalp. Okay. Carefully, delicately, slowly. I'm just not gonna look because I know it's bad. I know it's bad. Y'all look. I ain't looking. But yeah. want to over detangle. So that's it. That's all. I got the shed hairs out. I've got straight to my roots. And I'm going to twist this section up and keep on moving. Okay, so I forgot to hit record. But yeah, I just repeated those same steps on this section. But yeah, I have loved just being able to wake up and go. Technically, I mean, just very minimum of steps to maintain my hair. It's gonna shed anyways. But what I like is perfect length retention. The shedding is from the roots. There's not broken hairs coming out of these sections. They're all long. They were gonna shed. The shedding was going to happen. So that's why I don't really trip over the shedding from having a protective style. Not like I used to. I used to be like, oh my gosh, I'm never doing that again. And now I'm like, the hair was gonna shed. Like, take a break. Get that perfect inch of new growth. You know what? I heard my hair snag. I need to take this ring off. I've had that ring since I was 18 years old. It's very special to me. I've had this ring since I was 16 years old. It is also very special to me. Oh, I forgot the water. Jeez. It's just getting, I'm tired. I mean, I'm not tired of my hair, but just physically tired. But not mentally tired. I will stay vigilant. I will take good care of and be kind to my health. And I've retired my Denman brush because I find it to be more, I think it takes out more hair than the Tangle Teaser. So I am no longer Team Denman. I am Team Tangle Teaser. This is so satisfying. This is bringing me so much joy to finally be brushing my hair. So tonight's exercise is going to be strictly about just removing the shed hairs, detangling. Tomorrow's project will be the rehabilitation of my scalp. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to over detangle. I just want to move the shed hairs from my hair so that way they don't tangle up when I wash. Why did I say wash like that? Wash. Yay. I've got that song by New Power Generation, Diamonds and Pearls. Remember that? If I gave you diamonds and pearls, you should be a happy boy or a girl. If I could, I would give you the world. But all I can do is just offer you my love. This is a disaster. We don't want these. Because shed hairs attract other hairs, and we don't want that. When the law of attraction goes wrong. So I got my hair trimmed ahead of my protective style because I didn't want broken or split ends affecting this detangling process. Because let me tell you, broken and shed hairs getting together, it's not a good combo. That ain't what you want. But healthy hair in, healthy hair out, and that's what I want. Okay, so I am really squishing in this conditioner. I'm applying it as thoroughly and completely as possible to the length of my hair, but what you really can't see, but what I'm actually doing is squeezing it in. I'm pressing it into my strands. I want every single strand saturated, coated, covered in this conditioner because that's what's going to give me the slip. And then when I add the water, that's what's going to activate super duper slip, because the water helps the conditioner work better. So I'm squishing it in, I'm pressing it into every single strand of my hair because the shed hairs, the tangled hairs, the hairs that shed while I was unraveling the braids, I don't want them to tie and get matted or tangled up in the others. So this is a long video. I promised you it would be because, look, I use an inexpensive conditioner because I know I need a lot of it. I'm using the water. I'm always removing the shed hairs from my fingers because shed hairs attract more hairs and they will not. Okay, these are just facts. This is my experience. I'm sharing what I know, how I've managed to, perfect my length retention game, and this is how I've been able to do it. Over and over again, you guys have seen me chop my hair off and grow it back. And this is my gospel. This is my truth. This is what works for me. So I've squished the conditioner in. Now I add the water to help the conditioner work better. And it's a very simple process, but you do have to take your time. And you do have to be very, very careful. This is my absolute favorite part when I get to, take out the brush and start detangling my hair because, what I feel is healthy ends. What I feel is the shed hairs that are coming from the roots coming straight out and not causing any tangles. So yes, this video is long. Yes, it is very thorough, but I think that after a protective style, we're just in such a hurry to finish that we undo the benefits that we attained from having the protective style in the very first place. So I really just want you guys to understand how important it is to take your time, to not be in a hurry, to be in a great headspace. If you need to play meditation music, if you need to play ocean sounds, if you need to play white noise, if you need to play gospel music, whatever is going to put you into a good headspace to take your time, constantly remove the shed hairs from the brush because you want the bristles to be able to get into your hair and do the job as quickly as possible. Like I said, you do not want to over detangle. You want to do the bare minimum at the maximum output, right? So you want to do as little work with as much benefit as necessary because you can over detangle. You can just keep brushing and make hairs that weren't ready to shed simply because you're just doing way too much. And so I always do way too much, but only to the point that I'm not doing damage to my natural hair. So yes, take your time. be deliberate, do a good job, do a thorough job, because if the goal is length retention, if the goal is to have a healthy scalp, then don't undo what you've, worked so hard to get in the first place. And as much fun as this is, and I don't want to stop, I do not need to keep going. This is just for my joy and my benefit now. The work, the necessary work, is completed. Alrighty, so I am going to hop into the shower and rinse all this out. So this is me the following morning in a hurry, trying to get to an appointment that I had to get to. So what I did was I had blow dried my hair and just put it in a couple braids and twists, and this is me unraveling it. It was very straightforward. Big hair don't care. So for me, the protective style was a 10 out of 10 because I am achieving my hair goals of length retention. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you follow me on Instagram for more day-to-day info.